Good morning. Welcome to the Fun Side of Business podcast. I am one of your hosts, Nick Hampton.
I'm the other host, Gemma Addison.
Good morning, Jem.
Morning, Nick.
Okay, so
I forgot today, yes.
I'm not even going to ask if you're going to do the intros.
I'm never going to do the
We
intros.
do this all the time and go, do
Yeah.
you want to do this one? It always is no. So today we have the man of travel, the person who can go along and find you a trip, a journey, a holiday that is going to be like anything else you've ever experienced ever. From Not Just Travel, Nathan Rose.
Hey, welcome, Nathan.
Thank you.
So, Nathan, thank you very much for being here. Secondly, thank you very much for listening to our podcast. Do you know
Yes.
this?
Oh.
Yeah, I've heard a few.
I don't know whether he's heard all of them, but he's heard a few. Which ones did he hear?
We'll just say all of them.
James Robers,
Okay.
the most recent one, Kathy Duffield,
Okay.
Ah,
and we're the private investigator. I heard
Barry
him.
Buck-
Barry, yeah.
Yes, so that was
Okay.
good.
So we have
All right.
we have a listener.
Yeah, there you go.
At least
It's
one.
amazing that we have a listener.
We have a listener.
Yeah,
That's
at least
great.
one.
So, and you still agreed to be on here as well after hearing.
And he's still here, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
Okay, so Nathan, let's go back. You now know the format because you've heard this.
I do.
You want to talk about school or bypass school?
No, school's fine.
Okay, tell us about school.
I went to Stoke High School.
No.
Oh,
What?
so did I. No, oh my.
Did you?
I knew we had a connection, Nathan. So yes, I went to Stoke. This one here went to Coppleston,
Oh, okay. Well,
and
never
just
mind.
yeah, thank you. Exactly.
Do you know the thing? Is
And we
just had,
always
like,
have this competition.
We've had David Button in beforehand, and we were in the same class at high school.
Oh, wow.
So we've been able to talk, very positively about Coppleston and give shit to Stoke. But now apparently,
Oh, Nathan, you're
Oh,
one of my
Nathan's
favourite
Stoke
people.
time.
I
Yeah,
have to,
it's now 2 against 1.
It's
The
how
other
it
one.
works on balance.
I'm
right?
well happy about
Yeah,
it.
right, I'll take it. Okay.
So you went to the best school in Ipswich. Yeah,
Okay.
carry on.
I did, yes, because I had Maidenhall Sports Centre attached to it.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that's brilliant.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, and you came out with nothing but straight A GCSEs?
Like everyone
Because
else.
Stoke as well, so well known for it?
I wouldn't say straight A. I passed all the ones I wanted to pass,
Okay,
which means I didn't pass art.
okay.
And that was it. Otherwise, geography,
Oh.
science.
Did you have to go back to Stoke and give talks? Because like you were the only student that got more than 3?
No, there's lots of people ahead of me that were far more intelligent because Stoke is such a great school. You're such great teachers.
If you can see me right now, I've got little heart hands. Looking at Nathan.
All right, so I knew I wanted to just miss out high school. All right, so you've come out of high school, you've come
Yeah.
out with GCSEs, which
Because you
You
went
know.
to Stoke.
for Stoke is obviously a
Best school.
big deal. So further education, obviously.
Yeah, went to Suffolk College
Okay,
and did business studies there,
okay,
a BTEC, and got this overall a distinction in that.
fantastic.
In the days, I don't know what they do now. We had foundation merit distinction with a
Don't they
Three levels.
just kind of go, look, you've turned up, just get it. Nowadays,
I
not
think
really.
it's similar now. You've got your pass. I don't know, actually.
I don't know.
I don't know. But
I
it's,
don't-
yeah,
yeah,
we
but-
know what you mean. Yeah.
yeah. So I
Anyway,
did,
you
I
got
did
top,
really well.
top marks of business studies.
I did because coming from Stoke, I would.
So I love it. Honestly, I'm so happy right now.
This is like the one where I just want to go. I just want to leave.
I
man.
am
That's
so
it.
happy right now.
Jem, just head this up. I'm done. So I'm going to sulk in the corner.
Be like, and Audi travel, so that's it, really.
Okay, so okay, right, so you went, got a business BTEC.
Agree, but yeah.
Then what did you do with this?
I went to it's a place called Harley's, which is a pub that no longer exists, which is at Stoke Park, which is where I used to live.
Remember Harley's?
So you remember Harley's?
Yeah,
Nice to hear
the
another
little
Stoke
shopping.
reference.
The little, yeah.
Yeah, they're on the shopping centre that is now a big Asda.
Yeah.
So I worked there and got up to be a huge rubber in your face.
I'm loving this.
And so started off as barman there and worked my way up to like a relief bar manager.
Harley's
Okay.
was the place, by the way. They had all these little brick walls outside.
did,
And everyone just
people would
used to
sit
sit
on
there,
and-
and it was the place. If you don't know
It
Harley's,
does sound like the place, where people used to sit on a brick wall.
yeah,
Amazing.
They had a lovely
Yeah.
Chinese,
they did have a good Chinese,
yeah, and a good chippy.
You can sit on the wall and eat. Yeah,
good
perfect.
bakery.
Yeah, perfect. Sounds amazing.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Right, so you got to barman at Harley's.
barman at Harley's,
Yep.
yeah,
And then
so-
relief bar manager.
and worked
Play
up
it
to
down,
relief bar
barman.
manager.
Oh, I didn't hear that bit. I was too excited.
you two, like it's
I
Harley's.
keep hearing Stoke, and I'm like, wow, I can't. Right, okay.
The-
Relief bar manager.
Relief bar
Yes.
manager, and then I moved out to Shotley Gate for a short time and worked at Bristol Arms,
Okay.
and then from there back to Ipswich, where I was at Vision Express.
Hang on, how did we jump
Hospitality to retail.
from hospitality to Vision Express?
Because I like maths and
Uh.
being in an optician's just appealed to me, and I wanted to work somewhere in Ipswich rather than being out on a limb,
I was going to say
out on a
Shotley Gate must have
peninsula in
been
Shotley
mad.
Gate, because I worked at Shotley Gate at the top of the hill, Bristol Hill,
Yeah.
and then worked at the bottom of the hill at Bristol Arms. So I was literally on like an escalator of top hill, bottom hill.
Yeah.
And yeah, Vision Express just appealed to me. I went for a few jobs there.
And
but
how old
that
have
was
you
the
been
one I
around
remembered.
now? What are we?
20,
Early 20s?
22,
Yeah.
21.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did that. I qualified then, or trained up to be a dispensing optician whilst I was there. So an optician obviously does your eyes. A dispensing optician does the glasses, lenses.
Okay.
So if you have someone who's been given a pair of glasses and they can't see, you have to make sure they're looking through the right part of the lens. You've got the right manufacturer. You've got the right refraction index, which is, so you've got bottle tops, but you can get thinner lenses sometimes. Then if you look for the wrong part of the lens, the prescription changes too much, that sort of thing. Varifocals, another issue.
Whoever would have thought there was so much in there?
I was
I thought it
just
just
saying
like
that.
glasses and you go, yeah, 0.5, by
I'm
then
sitting
done.
like, wow, and I wear glasses.
then-
I didn't know
And
there
then
was
2
that
for 1, which is why we'll justify charging you 500 quid for a pair of glasses.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah, if you've got like a plus 10, you know,
Yeah.
so you're a bit like Olive out on the buses, I don't show my age again, but that sort of thing, then you would want a thinner lens. You don't want big old heavy ones. So
Yeah.
you have a thinner lens which just condenses the prescription. So after Vision Express, that then moved into the police.
Okay, so you were in the police as well.
I was in the police for...
Wow, this is.
We didn't know anything about this. All right.
Yeah.
Did you not?
No, we didn't know.
No.
Okay, so
So-
Stoke, huge tick.
Mm,
Vision Express, now police.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
well, do you want to mention Harley's again? Because I don't even mention it enough about sitting on a wall.
Well, but Stoke, there's just Stoke.
Okay,
as
all
one.
right. Stoke.
Just Stoke in general.
Anything that
Great place
happens,
to live, great
Stoke.
place to be
And then
educated.
you became police for Suffolk Constabulary and were posted to Maidenhall Approach or something, probably.
Yes.
I wouldn't go near Maidenhall, no, that's just more more stuff. No, I was actually Leiston
Okay.
was the first place, because I lived in a village called Theberton,
Mhm.
which is just in between Yoxford and Leiston. So I got posted to Leiston first of all, and over the 15 years, I probably went from Leiston to Lowestoft, and then backwards and forwards there a couple of times, and then Halesworth is where I finished.
Okay.
I mean,
So
you, as I see it, like on the beat type, like you were.
I was always 24/7 response.
Okay.
throughout the time there, because it's varied. You're the first to something, and it was just more exciting. I mean, you do have 24/7 shifts, so permanent night shift for 15 years, starting at 11 p.m. on Christmas Day.
So how do you do 24/7? When you say like you're 24/7, I'm guessing it's just like, yeah, one team goes on and then one team goes to sleep.
Yeah, literally have 5 teams, or you did at Lowestoft, and we did at Lowestoft, you had 5 teams, so you'd have like a 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. and then the other one would start at 2 p.m. to 11 p.m.
How true is it that you might put the blues and twos on to get back in time for hitting 3 o'clock?
I don't-
Off?
I would say that officially it never happened.
Obviously, it never ever happened. But if anyone had a really tough night shift and it was like 5 to 3 and everyone wanted to get home,
I need to get into.
You'd never, no, you wouldn't do it for that.
okay.
You wouldn't do it
If it's
for
You would do it if you
Fine,
need
we
to
can do
get
it.
back for EastEnders.
Yeah.
that. No, only if someone's got hot refs on, then maybe,
Okay.
kebabs they can't wait, can they?
Yeah, that's it.
No, I can't. And they're better eating hot, aren't they?
Of course they
You
are,
can't eat
yeah,
a cold
especially a doner. You can't have a cold doner, can you?
There you go. By the way, this is a light-hearted podcast, just for anyone who wants to prosecute Suffolk Police for pulling them out of the way because they need a doner kebab. Yeah, okay. So 15 years.
15 years.
15 years in total, yeah.
Okay. You must have seen some stuff.
Yeah, some serious stuff and some heartbreaking stuff, and then some funny and weird stuff. So yeah, a bit of especially working in Lowestoft.
Okay, come on then. Funniest and weirdest thing you saw? Like, how many toes was the average in Lowestoft? Like 5 toes or 6 or...
Probably, well, I did see someone who had a left hand that had 6 fingers
Okay. In Lowestoft?
in Lowestoft, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because their little finger had another little finger, a littler finger than a little finger.
Oh my
A little
So-
finger, a little finger.
That's amazing.
Jem
I
wants that.
love that.
Jem goes, imagine that if he had 6 fingers. He had a little finger.
Love it.
Okay, that's Gem's now highlight. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
And
I
it
was
did
ready-
move independently. They could move just that little thing,
No.
just the little finger.
It's amazing.
I think they're
Look,
actually proud of it.
yeah, but when you...
And I'm actually I'm looking at my hand now. Just imagine.
No, there isn't a sixth finger there, Gem.
No, but
You haven't got
imagine
one.
how that would be.
Would you like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get it for me for Christmas.
We'll send you to Turkey or Poland or something. Have a sixth finger added. Okay, so that was... And you say you ended at Halesworth?
End of the Halesworth, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was nice because then you obviously have more nicer rural areas and you covered like Framlingham, Aldeburgh, down to Wickham Market.
I've got.
Was it more like a village, Bobby? I mean, I'm guessing you didn't see the same kind of stuff, that you'd see in a big town.
That's what I was just going to ask.
No, I mean, you
Yeah.
have different sceneries. I mean, you'd still get like domestics and things like that, because they happen everywhere. Car accidents, you'd see
Yep.
more of those in rural roads. Lowestoft was more, more drug related, more shoplifting,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
sort of thing, more criminal damage, more assaults, all that bread and
Mhm.
butter stuff. Whereas rural crime was, there is more accidents, sudden deaths. You go to, someone dies and they haven't had, and the doctor basically doesn't expect them to die, then you get called out for a sudden death,
Mhm.
then coroner has to come. So you've got that sort of scenario, and it's a whole different thing about police and missing persons as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, policing is a whole
So
spectrum.
what years was this, ish?
This would have been 2002. No, when did I finish? I finished there at 40, which would have been 8 years ago, which would be 2007. Mine's 15, check my maths.
1992.
There you go.
So was it similar? Because obviously everyone gets to hear about things that happen in the Met and stuff like that because it makes big news. Was it the same, even though it was like, slightly more rural, where policing maybe had, a few bad apples? Because I know, it's basically all pretty much been weeded out now. The corruption and what have you happen in the police. Like, certainly from Metropolitan Police anyway. Happen in smaller place or not really? Was everyone upstanding and straight-laced?
I mean, it's best to know they're upstanding and straight-laced. There wasn't any, big Met scandals type thing. Anything people would do would be maybe use the car for things they shouldn't be using them for, that sort of thing.
Get back with
Use a
that.
Forget that.
use a police car for like a personal journey or
Yeah.
I think it's probably
But the
things.
tiny things, nothing.
tiny little rule
you
breaking
see things like your Law and Orders and not Law and Order, Line of Duty.
If it
I think
helps,
of Line
if
of
it helps,
Duty.
I'm talking about my dad, who was in the Metropolitan Police. And
How-
some of the stories he would
Well,
tell
I'm
me, and he was
thinking-
like, "Yeah, he wasn't necessarily on the upstanding side."
That's
So-
a whole different
I'm
kettle.
thinking
Yeah,
of
so
things
when I
you
hear
watch.
some of these stories, I'm like, "Was this
Yeah.
everywhere, or was it just like?"
I'm thinking of programs I've got in my head, like your Line of Duties, and when you see how corrupt some of them are at a high level. But yeah, guess if you're not involved, you're not going to know, are you?
No,
That's a good thing you
I
don't
guess
know.
we say we're more heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Well, maybe not quite on a bike, heartbeat, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
love that heartbeat.
Yeah.
I do remember that one.
Nick Berry, you remember that one?
Yes. Yes, I know that one.
Wasn't he in EastEnders?
He was in EastEnders, yeah.
No.
Have we digressed?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
This is so bizarre. How have we got to EastEnders?
I don't know.
Okay, all right. So you've now left the police.
Left
so
the police.
was it you did 15 years and intentionally were planning on leaving, or it was just you'd had enough?
No, well, the ex-wife, she had a business called Suffolk Canine Crash,
Okay.
and so that started before I left the police. Done really well, award winning at Suffolk Business Awards and so on.
Oh, amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah, really good. And that was originally at Gloucester Road in Martlesham,
Yep.
then upscaled to Sandy Lane in Martlesham, so didn't move far, just a bigger premises.
Yep.
We had 5 franchise crashes as well,
Wow.
in like Lowestoft, Colchester, and one in Ipswich. And that business was doing really well. So I used the word retired, but I effectively was able to not have to work for the police
Yeah.
at the age of 40.
That's
Okay.
incredible.
So that was obviously a lovely position to be in.
And then did you help your?
Did you- yeah,
I mean, I,
Yeah, so I
see
didn't
the one
sit
where
in the
there was
garden.
X in there. So did you help the ex-wife of this business?
Yes, I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. It's her business. She ran the business. I just helped as and when. A lot of times with like just bits and pieces that need to be done,
Mhm.
so that you don't have to call in, repairmen, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So I helped her with that, and that was for 5 years, and then got an itch, and so it's like you have like a side hustle, I guess
Yeah.
you'd call it initially, and that was the travel business.
So what originally got you into it? Because from what you've said, where it's you travelled to Stoke and then like up and down Shotley Hill, and as far as Lowestoft to Halesworth.
All these wonderful places I
Yeah.
now want to go into travel.
Was it like while you were doing these things, holidays were a big deal to you?
Oh yeah, holidays are very much a big deal. Yeah, we love to travel.
Okay.
So we went to a lot of the Sandals resorts.
Mhm.
Very nice.
So yeah, went to, I think we went maybe about, I think it's 12 times we went and visited about 6 different islands during that.
Wow.
Maldives as well. We went to 3 different
Mhm.
islands on there.
Yeah.
Went all over Europe, like just like your Madrid, your Barcelona's,
But I
Stockholm.
mean, I'm guessing obviously with the business doing well, money wasn't an object. It was just almost pick the place that you want to go.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we like to travel business class. We went to Sandals. You had like the butler rooms and everything. So
Did
it
you
was a
go and
treat.
see a traveller, someone like you, when you booked these, or did you go into like an estate agent? I was just wondering at what
If you went to an
point.
estate agent, you got a house.
No, I don't mean estate agent,
Oh,
travel
Stoke
agent.
education and all that.
Travel agent. Did you actually go into a travel agent, or would you see someone like yourself now?
We used a company called Blue Bay Travel.
Okay.
They're situated up north, but in the same regard that when we started to use the chap, I think his name was Stuart, but he'd started from his bedroom,
Okay.
and we were one of his first customers. So I guess in a way, it was someone like us, but he'd expanded. Well,
Yeah.
now
Yeah,
he's
that's
expanded
why
to
I
be like a
asked. Yeah,
really big
okay.
company. But yeah, we were one of his first customers when he still was
Oh,
working out of a
wow.
bedroom.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of what it is now, big company. But no, I guess I did use someone
It
like
was
me.
someone, yeah.
So I'm guessing, when you go is side hustle, it was probably like a passion project as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was something that we started off together to do, so that it was something that we could do together, and it was something because you're interested in travel. It was, and you're in charge of your own destiny with the
Mhm.
franchise, because you need a franchise to get into travel, because you need training, you need help,
Yeah.
and everything else. And there were lots of different options out there. You can have companies that feed you people.
Okay.
And then, so you say you've got Mary from Doncaster who wants to go to Spain, and then you're just giving Mary as a customer. Whereas we liked the fact that because you're in charge of your own business, you have the freedom to do as little or as much as you want.
Mhm.
And
And
then,
I guess you choose whether you want to deal with Mary or not, and you can target to whoever you
of
want.
course, yeah, you can. Yeah, I mean, I can target who I want, and if you just build that relationship. So, but working in travel, so different from the police, because no one says when you're a police officer, "I've had a great day." They always say something rubbish, don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of
I've just been
course.
assaulted, I've just been
Yeah.
burgled. So it goes from,
There's not many good news stories, is there?
there's not really, no one tells you to say anything good.
Yeah.
So from being in that environment where people just give you bad news, because it's
Yeah.
your job to deal with
And I'm
bad
guessing there's not
news.
many people come up to you as a policeman and say thank you.
Not really, no, because you're just doing your job, and they expect, even if you get like a good result in court or something, very few people say
That's a shame.
thank you, because you
Yeah.
do lose contact.
We
To
should
be fair,
do.
by the
People should
time
do
it
that
gets to
more.
that, yeah, by the time it gets to the court stage and the result, you've handed over the file work
Mm.
to CPS, and then they have their solicitor. So you could have like a month, 2 months, or whatever it is, of having no
You're
contact.
not
It's like
involved. Yeah.
you're done. Yeah, he's been arrested, and someone else is doing the file work, or I'm doing the file work, and
Mm.
that's it. You get to say, and they've been charged, and then that was as far as you went. So by the time they get a result in court, you're like in
You're on to the next
background.
case. Yeah.
You're in the background. So yeah, but with the holiday, everything's good, because even on a rubbish day, you may be looking at Mauritius or somewhere else like that, and looking at nice things, and you might have a little stress if there's a ticket that's late or a
Yeah.
delayed flight. But outside of that, it's good. People are excited to talk to you because they're
Because they're
talking about
booking
their
something.
holiday.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah.
okay, so let's kind of bring on to that, because now people know that we've got Nathan Rose on.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to want to know all these like best holiday tips and what have you. So come on then, Nathan. Let's start. Number one, and by the way, I appreciate everyone's different. The Nathan like top 3 holidays to go on.
Uh,
Where would they be?
For people to go on, or for ones that I've been on?
Either. What about where you've been, and then where you'd recommend to others?
Okay. I would say one of my favourite ones would be in Colorado,
Okay.
which was, this is a specialist one because it's personal to me, which was went on a dude ranch
Okay.
for a week.
Oh, wow.
So we stayed in Denver for 3 nights, and then I had a week in Colorado, and we were basically cowboys for a
So
week.
lassos
Love
and
that.
Literally,
lassos
yeah.
and everything like that.
Yeah, so you go for your horseback riding. You had one overnight camping,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
so that was good. You could also do fishing, shooting, clay pigeon shooting, and I did get to lasso. Tried on one of those static balls, and then I actually lassoed a real ball.
Wow.
Oh my God.
So I say ball,
Wow.
and there was balls in because they had like a pen, with the old whitewashed
Yeah.
Yeah.
picket fences with actual cowboys in there, but they were all going to get branded. And so the people that are on there can go in there, and then you can have a try at lassoing.
Wow.
So one of the calves flicked his back leg out as I was lassoing, and I didn't really expect to get it. But then it wrapped around his ankle, and I'm like, oh my God. and they're like shouting, hold the rope. So there's a certain way you hold the rope sort of behind your waist to keep it still.
Yeah.
Then all the cowboys come over, sort of bundled on top of it, and then they said, grab its front leg. And so I was like my head was near its head, but I had to try and grab the front leg. I was in a weird position, but it held it still. And then they come along, brand it, and they're like, get out of the way sort of thing. So I get out of the way, and it scuttled onto his feet, and
Wow.
away we go. So that was an experience.
So if that were so would that, like, now we're talking about that's your number one holiday, would that be your ultimate retirement if you could, to just go and retire and go and be a cowboy on a ranch somewhere?
No, that was just an
What's that?
that was just an experience.
Okay.
I'm not quite Kevin Costner yellow.
We don't want to do it all the time, right?
Yeah.
Just like a week or two.
That was nice, yeah, because I enjoyed horse riding.
And
so
is that the sort of experience you could book for if someone's listening to this now, it's like, oh, I'd love to do that.
if they wanted to
you
do
can-
that, then yeah, I can
Okay.
book all sorts of holidays, and including that sort. So
Okay, number 2.
I would say would be Maldives,
Okay.
just because I like, 2 and 3 are totally different, but they have a similarity. Because the Maldives, if you think, I always think like a Google Map thing, and you sort of zoom in
Mhm.
and you've got you're just surrounded by the Indian Ocean, and it's just lovely, and you're isolated, you're on a desert island, you're away from everything, and that's why it's probably
And that's
the big honeymoon destination. But it's just that feeling of being cast away almost,
Okay.
and just having there's things to do, but it's just being on an island, I guess, and just being away from lots of people and having like a proper break.
Yeah.
Don't overload the senses. New York's great, but I
a
was
lot.
so tired after New York. I was exhausted mentally, just because
Yeah.
everything's going on
Everything's
all the
happening.
time.
Yeah.
How people live there, I don't know.
Go on then, holiday number 3.
Holiday number 3 would be Lapland,
Okay.
which a place called Kakaslauten, where they have the glass igloos.
Okay.
So you can see I didn't see the Northern Lights because it was cloudy, but you can sleep in there, and you can see the Northern Lights. And again, just for the sense of isolation out there, because it's so quiet, and you've got no noise pollution, no light pollution. And when you're treading through the sort of 2-foot thick snow, and you can just hear it, that crunch, and it almost echoes around, and you get tinnitus because it's so quiet.
Yeah, so number 2 and 3, the same reasons, but completely different
So
destinations.
totally different.
Yeah.
It's just
But
that
the
feeling of being away
secludedness.
from it all.
Yeah.
I used to do business with people who they did Lapland ice driving, where they
Okay.
would carve out like Brands Hatch in the snow and create the ice track. So
Oh,
you could go
wow.
around and like get
Really?
any car you want and effectively go and hoon around in the snow and ice and
Oh,
what have you around a Brands Hatch carved into the
I
snow.
would love
Oh,
to
wow,
go to
okay.
Lapland. Yeah, I'd love that.
Probably, you probably wouldn't have too much of a peaceful time if you got people hooning around in a
No, that's not
like
fair
a
though. No.
Lamborghini around the track. But yeah, there we go. Okay, so there's your top 3. What
Yeah.
about your top 3 that you would kind of suggest for other people to do? And I know this is so difficult because I'm guessing every holiday is really personal.
I mean, that is that's why I'm a personal travel consultant, so that I can adapt to everyone's
Okay, so
personal thing.
all
But,
right, here we go then. Let's give you some categories, and we're going to try
Go on
like
then.
the mastermind quickfire Nathan Rose challenge.
Ooh, okay.
Someone who likes a city break.
I would say I would just say New York, because it's the ultimate city break.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody who likes tranquility. I'm going to pick Maldives, right, aren't you?
Where if I choose somewhere else other than the Maldives?
Yeah.
Tranquility. I'm thinking maybe somewhere like Mauritius, because it's a island and it's calm, or somewhere in the Caribbean, maybe one of the small islands like St. Vincent, somewhere like that, Grenada.
Skiing holiday.
You can go to either Aspen,
Yeah.
if you want to go long haul, or somewhere like actually, you know what? I wouldn't have thought of Bulgaria, but Bulgaria is very good for Bulgaria. Obviously, France and Italy, if you like, well into your skiing.
Yeah.
But Bulgaria do really good skiing, but not at the ridiculous prices.
I wouldn't have thought to go to Bulgaria for skiing. That's interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bulgaria. If you want a reasonably priced ski, as far as ski holidays go, then Bulgaria. But if you're well into your skiing, then obviously you go to France.
And what about the place that's going to have variety? Because you can hear about these places where, down low is sunny and what have you, but they've got snow in the mountains. Where would be the place for variety?
Again, Colorado is really, because it's an outdoor activity center of everywhere. So you do have the mountains, and then you do have lots of, have obviously beach, but you have like lots of city breaks with Denver, and you have lots of outdoor activities that you can do, car hire, that sort of thing. Obviously horse riding, but yeah, you can do skiing there. So that's a really good place to do that.
And it works as if so if I was to want a holiday next year, I'd come to you and say, look, I've got X amount of money I want to spend. I want to spend 5 days on a beach and the other 5, I don't know, in the town centre looking at sightseeing. Is that what you do? You take what I want and just kind of go and find it as such?
Yeah, I do. I call it a wish list. So
Yeah.
You say, this is what I want, and it is important that you say, to a degree, what budget you have, because I don't want to tell you, because it's not actually, half the time it's not someone saying that's too expensive. It's I'm suddenly ultra conservative, and they say, oh, is that the best you got?
Is that yeah? Because you don't want to go too.
Yeah, I may put in like a nice 3-star hotel, thinking, I better be cautious and everything. And
But
they say,
like,
well,
where
actually,
the 5 stars?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's not always overpriced. It is sometimes, because if you don't know, people they're cagey about what they want to spend.
It's always quite funny, isn't it, when people do that and they have that like limited information they give to you, because it's, oh, he's going to rip me off if I tell him I've got too much money, or he's going to do this, rather than going, let him just go and get you value for money.
Yeah, because sometimes I guess people think that they see that as, if they say I've got 10 grand to spend on a holiday, they'll think, oh, see that as a target.
Yeah.
And then I'll come in at like 9,999. And I won't look for something that
could
is
be
around
5.
the 5 or 8 or something like that.
Yeah.
Which obviously I do, but yeah, that's sometimes why they don't.
Yeah.
Or they say, well, I've got a bit of wiggle room.
Yeah.
So
you've got to spend 2 grand, give or take 10.
Yeah, no, so people they give me a wish list, and then I find out exactly what they want, and I ask obviously further questions.
Yeah.
And then find them, their dream holiday. So it's good for if people want a holiday they can't find online. So if they said, I don't know, I want to go to Venice and then I want to go to the Maldives, and they want to mix 2 destinations that are personal to them.
And I'm thinking of the time-wise as well. That I don't know if you're the same, Nick, but the time that I spend scrolling through, I mean, to give that to someone else to kind of take off my hands, who knows it better than me, I think it's perfect.
Yeah, well, that's good, because if you run a business, then clearly you've got, your business that takes up time.
Yeah.
You've got family and friends. You've got networking, obviously.
Obviously.
And and you may have a social life in between all of that.
It's a lot.
It's a lot to take on, and you do spend a lot on holiday.
Yeah.
And it is that's why you worked, to go on holiday and to have a break, recharge your battery. So not a lot of people have a lot of time to do that.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, funniest, worst, best holiday stories for people you've sent on holidays.
I would say.
I'm absolutely throwing curveballs here because he's not been prepped for this in the slightest.
You see, I was listening to the other ones, and everyone was like just having a general.
Yeah, I know, and you've had questions because he's clearly wanting to book a holiday next year.
Yeah, and I thought, well, I can't get anything wrong because it's about my life. So that's all well and good. So okay. I mean, I had a couple that went on to a wedding in Kos.
Okay.
And they took 20. I can't remember the exact number, 23 or so guests. All of them booked through me, and so that was where I chose the location as well in terms of the hotel. Gave them options. So they chose it, but it was something that I'd found for them, and they had a really good time. Unfortunately, before going, the groom had injured his knee, falling downstairs, so he had to have wheelchair assistance at the airport. And
but that's the joy of using you, right? That you could just go and get it all organised.
Yeah, I was just told he'd injured his knee, they'd need assistance at the airport, so sorted that out for them.
Nice.
Obviously, both ways, contacted the hotel to say it's been an injury. Didn't have to change rooms, but may have had to have done because of shower access and all that sort of stuff. And and then they made a real big fuss of them, and everyone had a great time.
So it worked out well in the end.
It worked out in the end,
okay.
And then they also went back there on the first year wedding anniversary. So they could do the things that they couldn't do.
They couldn't do on there.
All the guests had done everything, all the excursions and everything, and seen around the area. But obviously,
they just sit by the pool.
he was a little bit incapacitated. So they booked the first year wedding anniversary through me as well to go back and do all the things they couldn't do.
So do you get a lot of repeat business? I guess if someone's used you once before, they'd
I'd like to think that they'd like to use me again. But I have repeat customers.
Yeah, that's good.
Especially people that book cruises, because people who cruise like to go on their cruises.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's not all about price, about service, because people have come up with all sorts of questions prior to going.
Yeah.
They may want certain rooms requested or something. They'll say, "Oh, I've seen this building A row, block 4."
Yeah.
All that sort of stuff. Can you get me a room there? Which they'd never ask an all travel agent.
No,
you don't ask an EasyJet, that sort of thing.
No, of course you can't.
You just get the room allocated.
You can just imagine that calling up live chat on EasyJet going, "Can I please have room number?" Not a hope.
No, you don't do that sort of thing. So, and there's, all sorts of things they'll ask. They'll say, just even things like requesting twin beds rather than double beds, or the other way around.
Have you had any bizarre requests? Like make sure I only get blue M&Ms on the flight or something like that?
Not so specific. I've had where they've wanted to see a copy of the menus from the restaurants.
Okay.
Before and the reason for that was because the Hard Rock Hotel in Cancun, the woman's daughter had been there before, and there's like loads of restaurants, and you pay for all inclusive, and you only get to eat at certain restaurants, and she didn't like any of the food at those restaurants.
Okay.
So she had to pay to eat at the restaurant she did like the food at, and then felt that she was having to pay twice.
Because she paid for an all-inclusive, I guess.
Because she paid for all-inclusive and she begrudged, but the restaurants that they had, she's like, "I don't like that menu." So she then went to another restaurant to pay for food that she'd already paid for. So that's what they wanted. So she said, "Can I have a look at the menus? Because my daughter wants to make sure that she likes the food, because they'll go on an all-inclusive holiday."
I'd just say, don't take the daughter. Leave her at home.
It would be cheaper.
Yeah.
But no, so that's like the weirdest request I've had so far.
Oh, okay.
And it's going back to, you can't please everyone, can you? It always goes back to that, doesn't it?
I mean, they booked a holiday, so they must have been okay.
Yeah. But you do that when you book a hotel and you look at reviews, and I can't believe how extreme some of the reviews can be. Like, "Oh yeah, I'll give this a 5-star. Staff are amazing. It was clean, all this kind of stuff." And then the review underneath, awful staff, they were rude. You're like, hold on a minute, how can they be so different?
Yeah, TripAdvisor is like a double-edged sword, because obviously everyone looks at TripAdvisor, but I think you have to look at what the actual review says, because it might be a waiter was rude.
Yeah.
Which then becomes everyone at the hotel was rude and they're all horrible.
And that might be, the rest of the 2-week holiday is completely ignored. And it's all about
that
something
one
that lasted about 10 seconds.
Which is what most of the time.
You've seen it before. I mean, I saw one where it was like 1-star, worst place ever. And it's like, what happened? They went, some drunk man knocked on my door and made me feel vulnerable. And it's like, you're in a hotel. This is what happens. What happened? I rang security, and by the time they came upstairs, he was gone. Right. What would you like the hotel to do?
That ruined my whole holiday.
Exactly. So, people do need to or obviously I do, but you have to read what the actual reviews are, because it may be something totally ridiculous and you think, well, why would you give a 1 star?
Yeah.
Because that can put me off recommending that hotel or putting it forward as an option, because I'm like, they're going to read that review and think, or just see the 1 star, because that will come up in the first
and not
5.
even see what the 1 star's for. Just
no, they'll just be like, oh, that's that.
Yeah.
So it's a double-edged sword, but that's part of the job, part of what you need to do, because people obviously do their own research afterwards.
Do you know what, Nathan? I'm going to give you one final round-out question, just because I feel like you're in your hard time, but this is a good one for you.
Okay, good.
What is your ideal customer of a normal person coming to you? Because we've done this before, where we talk to a financial advisor, and people have this where they just get it wrong, where they feel that, oh, hang on, unless I've got £500,000, I don't need a financial advisor. What level of holiday should people start talking to you?
I mean, they can start talking to me about any level of holiday. The ideal customer for me is someone who gives me as much information as I need in order to find them the holiday that they want, and to maybe be open to a bit of a curveball as well, because sometimes I can find them something that they may not have even considered or looked for themselves. And just someone who's open and honest about what they want, because then if they are, then what I present to them is going to be something that they're going to want to consider.
Love that.
Okay, I'm gonna do one more last bit, quick fire, Nathan Rose. No, you like this. You like this one. Someone wants a weekend in London. Do you want it or not?
Weekend in London, they're going to go on hotels.com and find a better one for that sort of thing.
Okay, week in Spain. Do you want it or not?
You'll take a week in Spain.
Okay. 3 weeks in...
Yes, they'll just say...
Okay, right.
I'll take that one. Wherever that's going, I'll take that one.
Okay.
I want to go on that one.
But it does help the people that kind of go, like, I don't know where, because I'm guessing you're not charging anyone a fee. You're getting a commission from whatever you're recommending and suggesting and stuff.
Yeah, you don't pay extra for using me. So, I mean, for example, if you found your own holiday through EasyJet or TUI, and you came to me and said, I'm ready to book, and this is the holiday I'm now about to book with TUI. If you come to me, then because it takes up virtually none of my time, then I'll just give you a lower price, because it's about valuing yourself.
Look at that! You see, now suddenly Nathan's going to be inundated with emails and stuff.
It's also about.
I've got this. Can we just have this?
Yeah, it's about valuing your time, because obviously I put my time in. If someone's got the complex itinerary, then it obviously takes me a lot of time to put that together.
Yeah.
Whereas if someone says, I'm ready to go on this, week in Magaluf or whatever it is, and say, we're now about to press the button with EasyJet, can I book with you? Then I can just find exactly the same holiday on EasyJet and just come in at a lower price, and then so they actually pay less. Yeah. And then if they've got any questions or want me to do anything in the meantime,
so now everyone should book every holiday that they ever have with Nathan Rose.
I mean, there's really no reason not.
Not just travel. See, now it's worth me asking you these questions. Now I've just opened up
that I don't want to.
Oh, Jen.
No, this not. I know. I'm sorry. When you book with someone like, let's say, TUI, someone like that.
Yeah.
And then you're on your holiday, and if anything goes wrong, you've got a problem. Obviously, you've got them there to kind of call as a backup if you need them. Could you supply that if someone went on holiday and like they've got to the hotel and it's not what was expected, or they need? Can you still help at that point?
Yeah, I'm literally there from point of booking to point of getting home.
Okay.
So they can call, text, email, WhatsApp.
Okay, perfect.
And your business, not just travel.
Yeah.
What do you do instead? What else do you do as well as travel?
Weekends.
Which is not just travel. I guess it's because it's the whole holiday.
Yeah, it's not just a travel holiday. It's the whole experience.
Yeah, no, that's just the name they come up with. No, not just travel. I guess is meaning it's more than surrounding services rather than getting you from A to B.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought they did like something else entirely. Like, what else do you do? Accountancy, legal assistance. But yeah, okay.
No. Not just travel, do just travel.
Okay.
That's what
Yeah, but it's more than just
it's the whole
travel.
experience, isn't it? It's
That's
not
right.
just travel. Yeah.
No,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Now I get it.
Now you
Yeah.
get it. Yeah.
This is what happens when you go to Coppleston rather than Stoke.
Well, I'm
The,
not saying.
the Stokies just got it instantly.
I got it
like,
straight away. I knew exactly
Some
what
of
it
Gem's questions have been amazing.
Obviously. Yeah. Right, I'll get my coat. I'll see you later.
meant.
Nathan, thank you so much for being on. It's
Oh,
been an
brilliant.
absolute
Yeah.
pleasure. You're now going
Thank
to get
you.
inundated, by the way, with everyone going,
As you should.
oh yeah, my holiday. But you
Yeah.
should do anyway.
Yeah.
And I said to Donna Walker, because I had reflexology this morning, that I would mention it during the podcast. I've snuck that in at the
Look
end.
at this name drop
Donna
right in as
Walker,
well.
Aromatic Answers. There we go.
Exactly, that's the one.
Thanks, Nathan.
Cheers, Nathan.
Cheers.
I'm going to send that in bit just.